Have you ever picked up a bundle of asparagus at the store and wondered if you were choosing the best one? This beautiful green vegetable may look simple, but knowing a few small tricks can make all the difference in how fresh, flavorful, and long-lasting it turns out in your kitchen. Today, we'll uncover some easy tips that can help you enjoy asparagus at its very best, whether you're cooking tonight or saving it for later. Stay with me, because once you learn these, you'll never look at asparagus the same way again. The very first step to enjoying asparagus at its best is learning how to choose the right bunch. It might look simple, but what you bring home makes all the difference in how sweet, crisp, and flavorful your dish will turn out. Start by looking closely at the color. Fresh asparagus should be a vibrant green from top to bottom. The tips in particular should be a deep, rich green, while the lower stem should not look dry, yellow, or faded. If you notice any stalks that have dark spots, wilted areas, or that seem to be leaking moisture, those are signs to put the bunch back. Next, pay attention to the tips. This is where asparagus tells you a lot about its freshness. The tips should be tightly closed, compact, and firm. If they look loose, frayed, or are starting to spread apart, that usually means the asparagus is past its prime. When the tips are snug and neat, that is when you know the stalks will be tender and sweet. Another easy test is to feel the stalks themselves. Take one spear and gently bend it near the bottom. If it snaps cleanly with a crisp break, that is a clear sign of freshness. If it only bends without breaking, feels rubbery, or seems tough and stringy, then the asparagus is likely older or overgrown. Size also matters more than many people realize. The best choice is usually the medium stalks, about the width of your little finger. They strike the perfect balance, tender, crisp, and easy to cook in just about any way. Extra thick stalks can be fibrous and may need peeling before cooking, while very thin stalks often shrivel up too quickly when grilled, roasted, or sauteed. Medium spears give you the best texture and flavor without the extra work. Finally, trust your sense of smell. Fresh asparagus has a clean, mild aroma, sometimes with just a hint of a grassy scent. If you notice anything sour, sharp, or unpleasant, that is your cue to pass. Fresh asparagus should smell as bright as it looks. By taking just a moment to notice these small details, the color, the tips, the snap of the stalk, the size, and even the scent, you will always be able to pick a bunch that cooks beautifully and tastes just as good as it looks. Do you ever save asparagus for another meal and wonder what is the best way to keep it fresh? Many people simply toss it in the fridge in the same bag it came in, but that often leads to limp, rubbery stalks the next day. Today, let's look at one very simple method that can help asparagus stay crisp and fresh for several days. The first step is to prepare the asparagus just a little. Take a sharp knife and trim about 1 to 2 inches off the bottom of the stalks. By cutting away the dry ends, you create a fresh surface. It works much like trimming flowers before placing them in a vase. That new cut allows the stalks to absorb water more easily, which helps them hold onto their natural moisture and stay crunchy. Next, you will need a tall glass or jar, something high enough so the asparagus can stand upright. Arrange the stalks so they sit straight up inside the container. Standing them vertically helps protect the delicate tips and keep the stalks in their natural position, which slows down wilting. Now, let's talk about why this step matters. Asparagus, like many fresh vegetables, continues to lose water after it has been harvested. Without proper care, the stalks quickly lose their snap and flavor. By giving them access to a small amount of water, you are essentially keeping them alive a little longer, preserving that garden fresh taste right in your refrigerator. Once the asparagus is in the jar, pour in just enough water to cover the bottom ends. About 1 to 2 inches is perfect. You want the base to stay moist, but avoid filling it too high. If the stalks are submerged too far, the water can cause the spears to become mushy. The next step is to protect the tops. Take a clean plastic food bag and gently cover the tips of the asparagus. Do not pull the bag too tight. Keep it loose so air can circulate and the tender ends do not get bruised. Finally, place the prepared jar in the refrigerator. Every 1 or 2 days, take a quick look at the water. If it starts to look cloudy, pour it out and replace it with fresh water. With this method, asparagus can stay fresh and crisp for 4 to 5 days, and sometimes even longer if you keep up with the water change. It is a small step that makes a big difference. Instead of wasting wilted stalks or rushing to cook everything the same day you buy it, you can enjoy asparagus at its best whenever you are ready. Now let's move on to the second method of storing asparagus. There is one very important note you should remember. Do not wash the asparagus before you store it. When asparagus is wet, it spoils much faster. Keeping it dry helps prevent mold and allows it to stay fresh longer. Start by trimming just about 1 centimeter from the bottom of the stalks. This removes the dry or woody ends and gives you a clean base to work with. By the way, where are you watching this video from? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear. Next, take a paper towel and dampen it slightly with clean water. Be sure to squeeze out the excess so that it is only lightly moist, not dripping wet. Gently wrap this damp paper towel around the cut ends of the asparagus. This provides just enough moisture to keep the stalks from drying out, while still preventing them from becoming soggy. After that, place the entire bunch of asparagus into a zip-top bag. Do not seal the bag too tightly. Leave it a little loose so that some air can flow through. This small step helps the asparagus breathe and keeps it from spoiling too quickly. Finally, put the bag in the refrigerator. With this method, asparagus will stay fresh and crisp for about 4 to 5 days. That gives you plenty of time to enjoy it in several different meals without worrying about it losing its flavor or texture. It is simple, it does not take long, and it really makes a difference in how your asparagus tastes when you are ready to cook. Before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at why asparagus is such a wonderful addition to your meals. This vegetable is low in calories but packed with nutrients. It is a great source of fiber, which helps support healthy digestion. It is also rich in vitamins A, C, E, and K, along with folate, which is important for your heart and overall wellness. Asparagus is known for its antioxidants, which help your body fight off stress and support a strong immune system. And because it is naturally low in fat and sodium, it fits beautifully into almost any diet. So every time you enjoy asparagus, you are not only treating yourself to a delicious vegetable, but also giving your body a healthy boost. So now you know 2 simple ways to keep asparagus fresh and ready for your next meal. Whether you choose the water jar method or the damp paper towel method, both can make a big difference in how crisp and flavorful your asparagus turns out. Instead of letting it wilt in the fridge, you can enjoy it at its very best for several days. I'd love to know, how do you usually store your asparagus at home? Share your tips in the comments below because we can all learn from each other. And if you found these ideas helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more kitchen tips, and thank you so much for watching.